Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to our Crochet Podcast, episode 23. Take two. I gotta press play sometimes, or record. Anyway, welcome back to all my returning viewers, and hi to people just popping in for the first time. My name is Krista. This is my stash, but I do share it with my crochet lady friends. But yeah, that's a question I get quite a bit. So yes, it's mine. I love it, but I do share. I live in Kenya. I'm Canadian, but I live in Kenya, in Nairobi. I am married. I have 4 kids, 5 dogs, 2 leopard tortoises, 3 birds, 2 guinea pigs, and 9 chickens. Well, 1 hen and 8 chicks. No cats. So just a little bit about the layout so you know what's coming up. The beginning part, we talk about crochet and crochet related things, whips, finished objects, acquisitions, and then towards I kind of start rambling and about Kenya generally, or what happened in the last week, and then I answer questions that were asked by viewers on the previous podcast. And then at the end of the video, I put, usually there's a video clip of something around Kenya, me driving around or out and about somewhere. If there's not, then there's bloopers from the video, but lately there's been clips, I think quite consistently. So usually check that out at the end. One of the questions this week is also about bugs, what bugs we have here. So I do have a few short little 30-second, 1-minute clips of what we found this week, me and the kids. But I'll tell you when that's happening. So if you're not into bugs, you can avert your eyes and I'll tell you when to look again. That'll be later on. We start with crochet, just so you know. We do a podcast every Wednesday and a live crochet chat on the Fridays. So I do it in my afternoon, which is morning in the US, and afternoon also in the UK, and middle of the night in Australia. So judge that accordingly. I will have to check the time I do it. I do it at I want to do it at 5 o'clock my time, which is an hour earlier than I did last week. It's just I think the lighting will be better. It was a bit dark, on the filming was a bit dark, so I'm going to do it about 1 hour earlier, eventually. I might do it half an hour earlier, and then next week half an hour earlier, just to ease people into it. Had a really great turnout, super fun last Friday. It was so nice to get to talk to you guys, and also for you to talk to each other. That was really cool, and a lot of you showed up, and that was so exciting for me. It was really exciting. So thank you very much, and I look forward to doing that again on Friday. We also do crochet tutorials. They come up throughout the week. I haven't really set up a day. I'm not super scheduled, although I should be, but I'm not. I do have my day timer planned out, but I have a sick kid. He just woke up. So he is reclining on the sofa over there. So obviously my 4 kids take priority over my YouTube schedule. So tutorials come out as best I can. There is also product reviews, unpackings, acquisitions, the usual. And I'm a pretty good shopper. So if you're into those kind of things, subscribe, and share. Hit the subscribe button below and also the bell beside it. If you hit the bell, the notifications, you get a little ding when I post something new. Plus, when I go live, you will also get a ding that I'm live, so you don't miss that. Speaking of subscribe buttons, who is watching Hand-Me-Downs Crochet and Knit? Jared or Peter. He has the most amazing subscribe pillow. So it's red with a white triangle on it. Totally want to make it. Because wouldn't that be cool? Just be oh yeah, subscribe. It's a crochet pillow. I'm in love with it. I've picked my yarn. I've thought about my yarn. I haven't touched the yarn. Because I gotta, you know what I mean, calm down. But anyway, that just is on my head when I think about subscribing. Really want that pillow. Back to my notes. Yes. So that's a future object. My whips, I am working on, I hope you can see it. Let me just turn this a bit. My cardigan, the cowl. I'm working on that one. I've got it joined. I haven't done the sleeves yet. I filmed it all. I think I have to redo the part 2 because I did make a square and I like it better when it's not a square. I like the fit of this one better. Can you see how that is not a square? It's like a drippy plus sign. Like so many stitches over here. It actually fits a little better. So I'm going to redo part 1 of the cowl to just do your regular increases every single round. Like you're not making a square, you're making a weird shape, and the weird shape makes a good sweater. So that was a bit of a bummer. I just put it together yesterday, and it's just not as cozy as this one. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I could put like a note on the video. I'm like, oh, I just have to redo it. So, I mean, I still like it. It's still super cute. Is it as good as it could be? No, because I went with square and not flattened out plus sign. So we're going to go back to flattened out plus sign. 2 double crochets, chain 1 in every corner. That's that. That's life. That's what we're working on. My other whip, I started yesterday. Do, 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 do. Yes, I've started the lion head. Let me show you the picture. That big bad boy. But instead of using like craft yarn or acrylic, and this is it so far. So I'm using 2 strands of yarn and a 1/2 millimeter bigger hook. I was a bit worried it was going to be too small, and obviously I do live in Kenya. We do have, like, they're not here, but I mean you can go on safari and see lions. I didn't want to have like a baby lion on the wall. You know, like, oh, look at that small lion. Lions are big, like they are big. So I decided to use 2 strands of yarn, so just the regular craft yarn to like hold it out and give it body, and also this alpaca wool blend, which smells like an animal. I mean, I guess it probably smells like an alpaca. I haven't smelled alpacas, but maybe it smells like a sheep. I don't know. It smells like, you know, that natural animal hair smell. So I'm doing 2 strands at a time with that. Oops, my hook. And I started yesterday afternoon, literally reading the pattern and figuring it out. It's a bit different. So this is the shape of the head. So I guess that's where the cheeks are going and the nose. And then there's eyes that pop in there, and I've started the shaping of the head. I'm on row 20 something of the head part. But it's pretty big, right? That'll be like a good shape. So I'm enjoying working on that. And it smells a bit like an animal. Yep. I think I might even, it's fuzzier on the inside. Hopefully you can see. It's fuzzier on the inside than the outside. So I think I might get like that, like a brush, like one of those like little bristle ones, and kind of just brush it out so it's fuzzier than it is. Because wouldn't that be so great, like a fuzzy little lion head? Because lions have fur minus their battle scars. He won't have battle scars, but he could be a bit furry, a bit fuzzy. So working on that and deciding what yarn I'm going to use for the mane, which will be pretty good. There's another picture. Let me see if I can find the side view. Well, there's the nose and the cheeks. Oh, there's a side view. And that's what it looks like on the side. So you can see it's a lot of yarn for the mane and 2 colors. So, and I want it to be, I mean, obviously it's a Yarnery. So I want to use some really nice feeling yarns. Or some wool. I have a really nice wool blend over there also. So super excited about that. Try to calm down, but I started busting it out yesterday. So that is my whip, other than my cowl, which is currently a bit disappointing to me. Not the end of the world. Let me try it on, I'll show you. Where's my yarn? It fell down. Ooh. And my hair is probably a hot mess, just got out of the shower. Let me make sure I'm not losing track of myself. Okay, yeah. Hopefully you can see it. Oops, sorry, Chicky. So it's still super cute. But it could be a bit more stitches in it. So that is this month's cowl. Let me shut that door. So that is this month's cowl. Next month, well, for the giveaway, which is booming, so many people have entered and it's so nice to meet you and get to know a little bit about you. That's awesome. There is one of the questions for the giveaway is, what do you want to be doing by the end of the year? What crochet project do you want to be working on? And lots of people are saying C2C, corner to corner, which is something I've wanted to do. I put out a little video ages ago for my students who were working on it, just so when they went home, they could remember what I told them to do. And, but I never really did like a full, like I just did literally like 9 squares. Like this is how you do it, and this is how you decrease, be on your way kind of thing. I didn't do like a proper tutorial. So I'm thinking of maybe doing a corner to corner crochet along. Can never have too many corner to corners, and it's such a nice pattern. It's always just good to have a corner to corner on the go. Like always just be working on a corner to corner, because it's after a while, after like your 5th row of starting out, it's mindless. You're like, oh yes, and it goes really quick and it has a nice texture. So I'm thinking about doing that. Have not totally decided. So if you have an idea for next month's crochet along, leave it in the comments below. Now, what else is on the list? I think we're on to questions and answers from last week's podcast. And these are not in any particular order. Are those birds too loud again today? Better be quiet. I'll cover them up if they keep talking. School breaks for my kids. There are different school systems here. There's British and American. So the international schools, well, it depends. Last year, my kids went to a different school, and was an American system, so 2 semesters. So you have like 3 weeks. They start mid-August or beginning of August, actually, like say August 10, and then they have like 2 weeks off or 10 days off in October. Bless you, honey. And then Christmas, they have about 3 weeks. And again, in April, they have about a week, 10 days. And then they finish like the first couple days of June. That is the American system they have here. There is also the British system, which is 3 semesters a year. My kids are now at an international school, or still at an international school, but it has 3 semesters or 3 terms per year. So they start late August, almost beginning of September. It's like August 28, like very end of August. And then they go until, when is the second term? Is it 2 terms now? I think so. I'm trying to remember. So then they get about 2 weeks off in October for midterm break, and then they finish very early in December. They get about 4 weeks off, 4 or 5 weeks off for Christmas, a little over a month, so maybe 5 weeks. Well, say 4.5 weeks. Then they start term 2, and then they have about a 10-day break over Easter, which they just had, and now they just started term 3. And every term has a different theme, so all of the topics, all of the classes, like the reading, the writing, the science, the engineering, the music, art, all kind of incorporate the same theme for that term. So that kind of keeps it fresh. So that is school breaks. Next question. Tension. Am I a loose crocheter or a tight crocheter? I am a total loose crocheter. I feel like tension slows me down, and I have things to do. So that's why I hold my yarn like a cigarette. Don't ask, I don't know, I do. So and I just kind of hold it there. I don't like through my fingers, so you can't, it doesn't drag on anything. It like flies through there and it flies off my hook, and I'm a loose crocheter. What is the etiquette on commenting? I know I ask you to comment, so I figure if I'm asking you to comment, then I should be commenting. That's how I figure. If you're watching a video and you're just a subscriber, just a viewer, you don't have to comment. That's like not your job. Your job is watching and enjoying, or finding another channel that you do enjoy. That's your job. I do enjoy it so much when you comment, and I do like you to comment. And I love reading comments. So I feel for me, like if I'm asking you to comment, then I have to comment. Because it has to be fair. Like, you know what I mean? But if you're just a viewer, no, you don't have to comment. I like it if you do, and I'm sure other YouTubers like it if you do also, or other crochet podcasters, or any podcaster really. Comments are great. Do you have to do it? No. Is it rude not to? No. Do we love it when you do? Yes. So, and I think it also helps. I'm not really totally up on this YouTube algorithm thing of how to rank your videos higher so they pop up in search, but I know subscribers have something to do with it, like your number of subscribers, how many minutes people watch your videos for, and like how many likes your video has. So your watch time, your subscribers, and your likes, which is why everyone's always asking you subscribe and hit the like button, because it helps their videos show up in search. Like if someone's on YouTube searching for Crochet Podcast and we have a lot of subscribers and a lot of thumbs up and a lot of comments, then Secret Yarnery would pop up faster, or you'd be able to find it easier than if nobody commented and nobody subscribed and nobody gave a thumbs up. Which is why you find so many of these small, what do they call, yarn creators, small yarn creators. They have had channels for so long, but you've never found them because they don't pop up. They don't have the subscribers or the comments or the likes. So it's only rude if I don't comment. You don't have to comment, but I love it if you do. Okay. Do we have a lot of bugs? I don't think we have a lot of bugs. But do we have bugs? Of course we have bugs. Do you have bugs in the house? Not really. But I mean, I do like my geckos. Like if I see a gecko, I don't chase the gecko out. I'm like, oh, please eat everything. Like find whatever you want to eat and please eat it. So I did the Amazon unpacking. And I ended up putting two things to one of my girlfriend's houses that it wasn't hers. One was mine. I didn't even recognize it. The batteries for my camera. And another thing for my other girlfriend, her solar charger. So I went to her house to get it, ring the front doorbell. She just lives down the road. Ring the front doorbell, and right beside the door, like on the wooden panel beside the door, is a moth, really big moth. So I'll show you that one. That's a moth at my girlfriend's house. I sent her some stuff by mistake from my unboxing. And look what's waiting at her front door. That is a moth. That is a car key. And that's a Mac Daddy. And then the next day, or was it the same day, my kids were like, oh, Mom, there's a spider upstairs. No. Oh no, my little one, the one who's sick now on my sofa. He came running out of the bathroom upstairs. Pants, his pants were down. He was like, there's a bug, a doo-doo. So in Kiswahili, or in Swahili, a bug is called doo-doo, which is so much more fun to say than bug. Doo-doo. So there was a big doo-doo. So, and behind the bathroom door there was a spider. So if you are scared of spiders, shut your eyes. It's about 50 seconds, I think, 55 seconds. Oh, they might edit it down because it's probably mostly me talking and standing in front of the camera. My eldest son was filming it while I tried to contain it. So that is starting now. Spider alert. This is behind the door in my bathroom. So my littlest, my 4-year-old, just came running out with his pants on his ankles saying there's a spider in the bathroom.
It's really huge spider.
That's toothpaste. You can see how big it
It's
is.
alive, Mom.
I know it's alive. I'm showing how big it is. It's creepy, right? Let me zoom in. Eee. Ew. That's a beast. Okay, so now I gotta go get a jar or something to contain him, to remove him from my house. Because that's creepy.
He really comes here.
He really did, right? Do you think it'll fit in here?
No. Should we not call Kasimi for this?
Kisimi's sick.
Oh.
It doesn't feel good. Who's ready?
Its legs are dangerous, by the way.
Thanks, Mira.
Just telling you.
Does it go fast?
Yes, very.
Did it go inside?
No!
Oh gosh.
Oh, I'm scared of this. I'm scared.
I told you. You're gonna cut it. It's halfway in. You're gonna cut it.
Never mind.
I think
It's
he's
dead.
I think he's dead.
No, I just cut its legs off. It's still gonna be alive.
Yeah, it just disabilitated.
Yeah. There's its legs.
Where's its head?
Yeah, on its body.
Well, those are also poisonous.
Great.
Its whole body's poisonous, actually.
You got her?
Yeah.
Isn't it big?
Yeah. Well, it used to be bigger. So that was that charade, escapade. Probably get one of those maybe twice a year. At least once a year. Probably twice a year. Sometimes they're outside of the house. Like once a year ago, there was one outside. So my houseman came at night. He like rang the doorbell because we were all like, shut the house for the night. And he was like, oh, bring me or come and see my oldest son. And there was a big spider like walking along the side of the house. So it's like an event. It's not like normal. Like we got woken up to go and see it. It was pretty cool. So not that we have a spider thing, but I mean, it is interesting. I mean, for the kids, I think it's interesting. So once or twice a year, we get a big bug, and it's a big deal. We like it. Oh, plus airplane bugs. They're not airplane bugs. They're some sort of flying beetle. If you're in Canada, they're about the size of a toonie, which is a $2 coin, or at least an inch and a bit is their body. And I call them airplane bugs because you hear them. They're like, and you're like, gosh, what is that? Like flying around, and they're so big and heavy. They're like, they're like drunk flyers. They're pretty funny. So of course there was one of those also last week. So I filmed a bit of it, but then it left. So I'll try to put a little bit of that together for here. Is it gonna land? So that was the bugs. All bug is now finished. If you don't like bugs, you can watch again. Why did I move to Kenya? I talked about that in a previous podcast. I think it was number 19. I'm not sure. I'll put a link in the description box below. Just as a big long story. I don't want to bore everybody who already knows. Seasons. What are they like? We have rainy season. Okay, we have short rains and we have long rains. Those are the seasons. Well, Those are the seasons that have a name. Other than that, you don't call it anything. It's just perfect weather. By perfect weather, I mean 25 to 28 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Right now, it is 10 o'clock in the morning. It's cloudy outside. And it is 23.9 degrees inside the house. Outside's probably a bit warmer because stone houses keep the temperature inside from getting too hot or too cold. It regulates it, I suppose. So we have short rains and we have long rains. Short rains are like for 2 weeks, and long rains are on and off. They're both on and off for about a month. And then it can rain at night other times, but it's not so normal. One is in, I get it confused, which I think short rains are in October for like 2 weeks, and then long rains are in April. We're coming up to long rains. So it's like a bit cloudy and it rains at night and sometimes in the day. And by rain, I mean like pour water. So those are our seasons. Other than that, just perfect weather. It doesn't even have a name, but you'd probably call it summer all the time. Oh, mystery packages. Mystery packages. Let me get one. I'll show you. Mystery packages are, because we know we have giveaways, but there's also people who have watched my channel for such a long time and been so encouraging and supportive and lovely that I also want them, well, I want them to win the giveaway is what I want. Like, that would be great. But giveaways, what's the odds of that? There's like almost 2,000 people enter. So I just send out mystery packages to my loyal subscribers. Not all the time, and not every one of you, but just for my special people who I now call friends, I send them a little something. Next question, do my parents visit with? Yes, they do. My dad was just here over the holidays, and my mom she used to visit quite a bit. It's afar, and they're getting older. But no, they love it. My dad even used to live here for a long time. I had of his family, because my parents are divorced, my dad's family, they all moved here for about 8 years, I think, minus one of my sisters didn't move here. Everybody else has moved here. And then they've slowly kind of moved on to different places in different parts of the world. But yes, they do more than visit. They have relocated. They're all moved back now, or moved to different parts of the world. Some in Canada, some in Dubai. And my mother's side has not moved here, but they'd like to. So that answers that one, I think. And petrol is about $1.10 a liter. I forget the math on that, but it's $4 and something a gallon. I also answered that in a previous podcast. I'll put a link also in the description box below. So those were my questions for the week. I also got a very lovely email from one lovely viewer who is asking about doing her own podcast and if I would recommend it. And yes, I would. Or maybe it's crochet tutorials, podcasts, whatever she'd like to do, whatever you'd like to do. Are you thinking about doing that? Are you thinking of starting a channel, a YouTube channel? I think that's a great idea. The more the merrier, the more positive yarn goodness in the world, the better place the world would be. So I think you're completely welcome to do that. And if you're interested in that or you have questions about how I do it, please leave those in the comments box below. I'm thinking of doing maybe a video of how I film podcasts and how I do my tutorials. So if you would like tutorials on tutorials and a tutorial on a podcast, let me know in the comments box below. I'm totally happy to help you out or discuss it or at least show you what I do. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it, but this is how I have found to do it that works for me, which is still changing. Like, I think I need to change my camera, but that's a whole other thing. I'll write a nice letter to Santa. Be like, Santa. So those are all the questions. So after this, I will have the little video clip of me out and about, driving, going to a couple places. So I hope you enjoy that. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, insert pillow here, and share. Stay hooked. Look at this joker. This is what happens, street lights in Nairobi. Doesn't mean much. So this is Saturday afternoon. I need chicken food. And after my Amazon unboxing, I sent 2 electronic rumble strips to my girlfriend, who one was for me, didn't even notice, and one was for my other girlfriend with the hiking gear. She got this really cool solar phone charger, or anything charger, USB charger. Rumble strips again. So I went back to fetch it. Oh. And now I figure I might as well go and get my chicken food so I don't have to leave the house tomorrow. And I might as well take you on a little tour. Sorry if it's jobbly. You are on my dashboard. But what do you do? So coming up is Village Market on the right. It's this new building right on the right, and also the weird older building straight ahead. I don't know what this joker's doing. Hello, Joker. Hi. So that one is totally great, but the grocery store is dead as a doornail. So I have to go to the next grocery store, which is the dead one that nobody goes to. But let's see how it is today. Oh, all these people are going straight. Weird. Usually everybody turns in. Go ahead there, little blue guy. Be polite. So that's Village Market. This used to be the only road to my house when I moved here. Now there's like 3 different roads, but this is like old school. So down here on the right, it's kind of just like an empty kind of field where that bicycle is. There was a caterpillar, like a machinery, like a digger or whatever they are, literally stuck over there for like 3 days a few years ago. Maybe more than a few, probably like 6 or 7. But like tipped in there, and nothing could get it out because it was like it's like a big caterpillar. Anyway, trivia. And all this traffic is probably going to Two Rivers, which is the next mall coming up. That big one I took you for a walk through with my girlfriend when we went to Burger King. This is probably where all this traffic is going. Oh, no, there's somebody up there with hazard lights on. Don't know what he's up to, but something. Oh well. Used to be a really good restaurant down here on the left at this Roslyn Valley. Used to be great. So you'd go in there, and it's obvious, it's like super, it's awesome. It's down, like there's a tree nursery, so like all these plants and stuff. And then they had, it was run by a lady actually from Lake Forest in Chicago area, or she went to school there or something. She's not actually from there, she's Kenyan, but she visited there or lived there long enough to say she's from there. And you would get like a basket of, like, you know, they peel potatoes to make the French fries, so they turn the potato skins into like potato chips with a chili mayonnaise thing. So you'd go there, get like a big basket, because obviously the waiter likes you because, you know, you tip and you're friendly. So he brings you a big basket of potato skins, and then with the mayonnaise, and then you have some drinks and some lunch. Anyway, it used to be great, but it closed and moved to the Karuru Forest, which is down behind us about 5 minutes, which is a really big forest, walking paths, hiking trails, waterfall. If I was an outdoorsy type, I'd take you there, but that would involve walking. I did go there once with my little handbag and my, you know, nice sandals and everything, and no, you have to be sporty. It's a sporty place, not a be cute place. So that was my one-time hiking, and I failed. Okay, so this is Roslyn Riviera. This is where we're going. So this one is the dead one that you were like, well, how come nobody's ever shopping in there? Well, let's see. It's Saturday afternoon, 5 o'clock. Let's see if it's busy. Oh, look, person running. We call them Americans. Might be Canadian, but nobody else. It's admirable. I'm inspired when I see them. I just want to hang out nearby. Okay, I got to get through security. Let's see how this goes. Oh. Jumbo. Good, how are you?
Yes.
Sawa.
Okay.
Yeah, good, sawa.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sawa. Okay, not so bad. Oh. I don't know how they built this thing. But it is the narrowest entrance. And as soon as it was built, it was like bashed up. It wasn't even painted. And these posts were beaten up. There's like 2 inches on each side of my car. Okay, well now y'all know where you are. See what kind of parking we get. See how busy it is. See? Busier. They might be at the restaurants. That guy better not be taking my spot. Okay, good. I like this one. Easy in, easy out. Bus. Parking token. Oreos. Kids love Oreos. Oh, I need coffee too. Oh no. Don't do it to me. Oh, they only have beans. We also like water balloons. Negative, negative. Okay. Uh-oh, chicken food, not looking good. Maybe chicken mash. Nope. What are these things? Oh, that's dog food. She likes those. Well, I guess I gotta get this big one. What do I do? Hi. Could somebody lift this chicken food for me?
Which one?
This chicken mash.
Oh, you'll get it in front there.
Okay, good. I'm finished. Or you can just put it here. I'm okay. Thank you. That one's big for me. Sawa. Thank you. Now we go. This is where my cups were on. Oh, they're not on sale anymore. Those are my cups on sale. Not on sale. Ugh. Too bad. Oh, I wanted a light bulb too. I needed a screw bulb. Bulbs here are push pin, FYI. So, let me try this. Warm. Try that one. This is for our, what do you call it? Live streaming. Natural light. We'll give it a try. See if I don't look so dead. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. I went up a second. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Good. Jabba, Mama. Good, good. Thank you. There we go. Thank you. These I put this side. Good, thank you. Thank you very much, Mama. Appreciate, thank you. Oh, Polly, thank you. Awesome. That's the food court. Shop in our bed in there. This is a really good pharmacy. They're nice. Oh, parking. Oh. Oh, I got my chicken food. Burnt seed. Parking machine. I really have to clean out my pouch. Nope. There it is. In and out, under 30 minutes, free. Okay, let's be lucky. Interesting. How are you? Thank you. Oh. Yeah, I got some shopping done. What's new? No cars. Well, that was a bit busier. Oh, not so busy. Oh, well, thank you kindly. So now I'll take you home a different way. This is the back way. There's also a plant store. I'd like to take you here one day. When I get time. Ooh, it's gonna be bumpy. So up there, plants galore. You see that little white sign? We're going there one day. Really cool plant place. Well, it's not really cool. It's really knowledgeable, and they're smart, and the plants are so like, they're affordable. You get like a tree for like $7. I got moringa trees. They were $11. That was like the big investment. Yep. Okay, I gotta concentrate on the holes. Whoa. 5:24 now, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly. I better get that off the dash. You're gonna die. Oh, almost off the rough road. Okay, there you go. You can relax now. So there's usually one lady working. Oh, it's a man now. She must be off. I guess she doesn't work Saturday nights. Usually there's a lady working here, and it's always the same lady. Thank you, thank you. That's the bypass. So to the left is Two Rivers. Over there by a lot, you can't see it. And over here is towards my house. My neighborhood. And no, the roads are not like this. This is exceptional. Nobody uses it because it goes to just a small little suburb over there, like a small little cul-de-sac thing, and that bumpy road to the grocery store. But it's getting more busy now because obviously there's a grocery store. Okay, I'm gonna let this guy go first. Maybe I shouldn't, quite slow. Off we go. So it's 5:26, so there's a lot of people will probably be like leaving work, walking home. Interesting. It's crazy. You drive by and you're like, oh, my friends used to live there. Oh, I had friends who used to live there. Because people move away, so like every 2 years or whatever. So you're like, oh yeah, that's where so-and-so used to live. Like they turn into like little landmarks. Like, oh, you know, so-and-so's old house there. It was like, oh yeah. But like, it was so long ago that they lived there. Anyway. Bumpy. I'll try to hold the camera as long as people don't think I'm weird. Oh, back breaking. Oh, fingers, camera. Okay. That's bougainvillea. All those cute flowers up there. It's a weed. Legit. I love it. It comes in all colors. See that hot pink color? That's what I named my yarn after. Bougainvillea. At the top there. Love it. Love bougainvillea. It takes over everything. Like once you plant it, it's like, it's a hot mess. Your gardeners have to like cut it all the time. But then if they cut it, it doesn't bloom. So then what's the point? Oh, and there's another favorite flower I have up here. This house has 2 plants by their driveway. Oh, this van's turning in. Ugh. Well, right after the van, look at those beautiful flowers. You see those ones? I don't know what they are, but I want that. So pretty. Oh, bump. All right. Yeah, that's bougainvillea when it's trimmed. Not as nice. Thank you, smoker. You ladies smoke? I'm not a smoker. Not a fan. Those are the orange flowers, or red ones. Red, I think it's called flame tree. Yeah, the red ones. They bloom more than that, but let's see what else I can show you. Oh, this is Danish Embassy coming up on the right. You never know, but that's Danish Embassy. They have a little super sweet plaque on the door, as Danes would. Keep it classy, keep it real. Oh. And now this is the underpass. I think they're making like a bicycle path here, which would be great. Because lots of people commute to work on bicycles, like at the UN and everything. So I think that's what they're doing. It is not widening the road. read it. Anybody can read that truck up there? What is so slow about it? Sarova Hotels. Oh, Kitchens of Sarova. Oh, really? Do they do catering? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the little tour, and I'll take you around again next time.